Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's your host, Dr. Giggles in the house, and this is episode 159. I'm going to be talking about Hershey's announcement. We're going to be talking about all kinds of news and goodies. We're going to talk about lake compounds. We're going to be talking about Fright Fest. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, and I'm going to try and see if I can add something real quick. I don't know if it's going to let me add it or not, but I'm going to try. I am going to try real quick to see if it lets me add it. And then if it does, that's even better. Alright, so we'll play this a little later when we talk to Fright Fest. It's a minute-long video that I want to show. And technically, I probably shouldn't show it on the show because I could get in trouble if somebody complains. But I don't care. So we'll go with that. How about that? We'll rock and roll with that, and we'll see what happens. So, yeah. So this week, we got lots and lots to discuss. And my stuff keeps blowing up. Why? Oh, okay. Somebody knows that Dollywood and they're sending me stuff. So that's cool. But, yeah. I am just going to send a thing out on Twitter. And then we will be live. Oh, we are live, but I want people to know that we're live. And we'll get into it. I'll do this. Okay. Yeah, no. I'm a little bit in the slacking department. All right, there we go. Now we're back. We're better than ever. Yes, we are. We are golden. All right, so let's see where I am in my my news and my goodies. So what's up, Nelson? What's up, everybody that's watching? All right, so we're going to start out with Kentucky Kingdom. With Kentucky Kingdom, they announced that the Kentucky Flyer is from the Gravity Group. It's a small family wooden coaster similar to Oscar's Wacky Taxi and Wooden Warrior. And personally, for me, I think it's a great addition. I've been to that park one time, and that was back in 2014. What's up, Lindsay Yale Entertainment? I did a cooking thing today, made Vietnamese spring rolls. I think it was an experiment for future events. Was it a video or something you're just making? With your I have no idea what a Vietnamese spring roll. What's inside a Vietnamese spring roll? I have to check. I don't really mess with Instagram that much. I don't know why. I mean, I post things time to time on it, but I'm not a. I don't follow it as much as everything else. I probably should. I mean, I post stuff, but not to the extent. But anyway, so back to Kentucky Flyer. I think it's great. When I was there in 2014, it was for a spring conference. And what do you call it? We were only there for like 3 or 4 hours. And, you know, we were running through trying to get credits, and we haven't gotten any. We've seen the park. It used to be at Six Flags. Now it's not. And when we were there, they got a lot of big rides. You know, they didn't. It's just it's a type of coaster that they needed. I mean, they have the SLC, they have a wooden coaster, they got steel coasters, they got an RMC. You know, they got a bunch of coasters around there. They got a bunch of flats, great flats. I think it's a great addition. I know a lot of people, and it's something that I've touched on in the past about people and their expectations and being entitled and acting like crybabies. Like, they're like, I want this big thing, and you got this little thing. Now, granted, it's not for everybody, but I'm starting to notice a trend, for the most part. A lot of parks are starting, especially smaller ones, are starting to add more family attractions. And the reason, I don't know for sure, but I believe my thinking behind this is, 1, money. 2, start drawing in that family customer inside the park. Six Flags, Cedar Fair, a lot of the parks, they're making all these thrill machines and stuff. There's not a whole ton of family attractions, so to speak, that little ones can ride. I know it's not, a lot of us want big. I'm in that ballpark too. We want big, bad, what's the best thing in the world? But you can't always have big, bad, and everything that's awesome every time. I mean, think about what Six Flags New England's getting this year. And that should tell you something. It's not something. Look at that. What's up, Marcus Bean? He's there. He's working. He's watching. Hopefully this show will help you get through your work, Mr. Marcus Bean. I'm hoping that it does. But like I said, it may not be the best attraction on the planet. I mean, look at SeaWorld in San Antonio. They're adding a bunch of family rides. I mean, there's the one that goes upside down, but it's a lot smaller rides. And people, I mean, it's SeaWorld San Antonio. They don't have a lot, so they're building up their roster of rides. So, I mean, I've never been, so I don't know. So the Vietnamese spring roll has carrots, shrimp, lettuce, cilantro. There is a sauce you can do as well with or without peanut butter. Huh. See, I can't eat shrimp. I'm allergic to seafood. Well, shellfish. The rest of it I could eat. I just can't do the shrimp part of it, unfortunately. I know, shame on me. So I feel that for Kentucky Kingdom, it's an okay attraction. I don't see it that bad. I mean, it's not gonna bring in millions of people. It's not that kind of a draw, but it's definitely a draw for the family aspect of what they're probably going for. Plus, it's not going to cost as much as something else. Spend a little, save, and get something better for the coming years. That's what I feel. Can't always have big, bad, tens of millions of dollars roller coasters. There you go. I could do the chicken. There you go. See? For those that are Harry Potter fans and those that have been watching closely at Universal Islands of Adventure, they released a teaser poster for the new Harry Potter coaster that we've been talking about now and then. I mean, it's just a teaser poster. It's nothing much. We're not going to get any more information until early 2019, which sucks. So the only thing we can rely on is anybody, all the fan sites that go down there and they take pictures and video and, any information that we could get from that. Oh, excuse me. Busch Gardens Tampa is getting 2 coasters 2 years in a row. But if you look at what Busch Gardens Tampa's been usually on a... See, when you look at the when you look at a lot of the parks, if you look from both sides of the fence on that, Busch Gardens, and you look at SeaWorld San Antonio, I feel for each side of that chain, it's all one, but for the SeaWorld aspect and the Busch Gardens aspect, I feel that those are kind of like the redheaded stepchild recently. I mean, I know they've gotten like Cheetah Hunt, and they got Cobra's Curse is fantastic if you've never ridden it. I think it's great. Same thing with Cheetah Hunt. I mean, it seemed, they had money issues, especially since, Blackfish came out, so they couldn't be spending 10 tons of cash and getting stuff. Now the new the new regime that's running the show, ooh, excuse me, I'm a mess tonight, wants to spend $150 million a year at all their, combined for all their parks. So that's going to be good. So now the parks are going to start getting better and better stuff. Next year for Busch Gardens, Aquatica and Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Busch Gardens is getting the Scream and Swing. Aquatica's getting that water coaster thing. Tampa's getting Tigress. And then the RMC for Gwazi for the following year. So we'll see what happens. But Busch Gardens Williamsburg supposedly going to be getting a hypercoaster or something. And then, we'll see what happens as it goes on. But again, with Kentucky Kingdom, I think it's perfectly fine. I think it's okay. It may not be what we all want, but think about this, and I've said this a million times. We are the enthusiasts. They're not aiming at us. Once in a while, they throw us a bone and throw us a great coaster. But, these parks. But it's a business. They need to make money. What's going to draw them in for their region, for their area? So family, for this time, add family attraction is for Kentucky Kingdom is what it is. So that's what it is. We have to deal with it and see what 2020 brings. That's all. I mean, that's really all you could do when it comes down to it at the end of the day. All right, so SeaWorld Infinity Falls is finally open. Today was media day. They had the ceremony. It's finally open. I think I saw something like it's shut down, too. I don't know if they had an issue. It's closed. So I don't know what's going on with that. So I don't know. Maybe they're getting a gig. I don't know what they're getting. Yeah, SeaWorld San Antonio is going to have to try and do something. They're going to, I mean, if they keep on the continuation of what they say they're going to do, SeaWorld and Busch Gardens will do all right. They finally start, because this is the next part of this news about if Infinity Falls there opening. Hey, what's up, Costa Kev? With SeaWorld, with that ride opening, it looked like they might have had... I just saw something pop up quick when I was at work. I was skimming through real quick. So, like I said, technically it's open. I don't know if it is. I don't know if they had a problem, but I haven't seen anything lately since that. But the report for the quarter came out. When I got this, the report wasn't official, but I think it's official now. Not sure, though, but they said they had a projected of 10% increase in attendance jump, expecting to be up 700,000 visitors over last year. The revenue is expected to rise by $41 million, or 9%, and so far attendance is up 1.4 million over 2017, and up $90 million over 2017. So they're on an upward trend. So... But again, SeaWorld, I feel, is going to become, like Busch Gardens and a Six Flags. They're not going to be doing too much with the animals things. They're going to probably redo animal habitats, make them all new and updated. Their focus, and it seems like what I said they should do is what they're doing, is sticking the course of animal rescue. No matter what it is, their habitats, their rides, theme it all to that. Throw in your Sesame Street, you got a winning combination. Take the Shamu off the signage and all that. You got your Shamu show until whatever it does. But for them to succeed, that's what they have to do. If not, they're going to close their doors or sell or whatever. Right now, they're going up instead of down. It looks like, fingers crossed, that they hit their bottom. And now they're going up. Moving on up, moving on up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So with that being said, Busch Gardens Williamsburg, they jumped on the membership bandwagon, and as they started, but now they got all these new memberships they unveiled. SeaWorld is doing it. So what I did was I printed out what their membership thing is, and we're gonna go over that real quick. And I actually canceled my season pass yesterday. One, I didn't want to go to a membership. I don't go enough, and two, I didn't want to keep paying for the pass because I don't go enough. It's still, at the end of the day, if I go once a year and I just pay, it's still cheaper than the pass. I know it sounds stupid, but in reality, that's what it is. So their passes are obviously more expensive than Six Flags. So you can get a basic membership, and that gets you 12 months of admission with blackout dates, 50% off general parking, 10% off dining and shopping, discounted guest tickets, Howlow Scream and Christmas Town. And then it says exclusive events, monthly rewards for $9.99 a month, and it comes out to $119.88 a year. Then you have what they call the unlimited membership, unlimited admission for 12 months, free general parking, 10% off dining and shopping, 2 free guest tickets, discounted tickets, Howlow Scream and Christmas Town. Exclusive events, monthly reward. I cannot talk today. I need another co-host, just to read I can't talk today. I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk. I just can't talk today. I don't know why. But it's $14.99 a month, and it comes to $179.88 per year. Then they have a premium membership. You get the unlimited admission for 12 months, free preferred parking when available, 15% off dining and shopping, 3 free guest tickets and discounted guest tickets, Howlow Screams, Christmas Town, exclusive events, monthly rewards. Platinum, and the Premier one's $19.99 a month. Comes to $239.88 per year. And then the Platinum membership is unlimited admission for 12 months. But this is the only one that includes the 11 parks. The other ones do not. Free preferred parking when available, 15% off dining and shopping. 3 free guest tickets plus discounted guest tickets, Hollow Screams and Christmas Town. Exclusive events, monthly rewards. You get a free photo key and a free ride again access. With your... Sorry, I have to be in Nashua by 6 a.m. I will be in Nashua at Fright Kingdom tomorrow night. And this is the biggie. The Platinum costs $28.99 per month, $347.88 per year. What is this? Oh, you can also add on, what do you call it? Water Country for $2 more a month. If that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do. So yeah, that's that. I don't know what you guys think about the memberships. I mean, I guess all the parks, for the most part, are going to jump on the bandwagon. I don't foresee, like, Disney or Universal doing that, but... the SeaWorlds, the Busch Gardens, the Six Flags. I'm waiting for Cedar Fair to be doing this. And whoever else. It's going to be the thing. So, yeah, that's that. So, let's talk Hershey. Let's talk Hershey Park. So, they had the announcement, what was that, yesterday? Yesterday. They're going to be calling it... Hershey's Chocolate Town. So basically it moves the entrance more closer to Chocolate World over there. So you're going to get, there's going to be 5 new locations to eat, drink, and shop. They're going to have the ice cream bar, the kitchen, confections. There's a bar, there's a kettle corn place, and Yucky Starbucks, Yucky Poo. The carousel is moving close to that. They're going to have the water fountain that looks like a Hershey Kiss. And also you can see an unnamed, yet to be named hypercoaster from B&M that's going around everything over there. So it looks all modernized, kind of has that, what I would call chocolate factory. Not exactly like steampunkish, but industrial kind of look, which is kind of steampunkish, it's the same thing, but it looks more sleek, modern, industrial instead of like old school. You get the point. So it looks nice. They can get rid of Starbucks. I want my Dunkin' there. And we'll see what it looks like. So it's going to open in 2020. So hopefully it's open for when CoasterCon comes to town. Should be. And why would you be... in your opinion, you don't know why, but you feel skeptical about Chocolate Town. All Chocolate Town is doing is bringing you in... I don't know if you've ever been to Hershey, but if you've been to Hershey, the current entrance has shops, food, etc., etc. They already have that, just on a small scale. What they're doing is they're making it on a big scale. They're just making a new entrance, making it nice, and they're just giving you food and shopping. It's basically going to be the same kind of thing, just new, bigger, and the entrance is, you're closer to the entrance than you were before when you come out of the parking lot. And it's going to cost about it's estimated or whatever, $150 million to build all this. And, we'll see what happens when it opens, what it looks like. I really don't see it as a bad thing, any investment like that. You think about it. Most parks need to update their entrance. I hope that Six Flags New England does that. I hope all the Six Flags update their entrance. All parks that have an entrance. Because Knoebels doesn't have an entrance. Neither does, like, Maurice Pier or anything like that. But, parks that have an entrance should be updated, modernized, and made to better flow the guests coming in. Because, with Six Flags, as an example, with their cheap pass prices and doing what they do, more and more people are going. So, and Six Flags New England, Great Adventure is a whole crap fest trying to get in there. From what I've been hearing, it's taking people forever to get in there. The whole security lines fill up. It's going out in the parking lot. It's nuts. So it's time to do that. I mean, if they want to have a City Walk feel, I mean, you know what? Let them. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I mean, unless you're like a shopping kind of person and need that, who cares? Just go in the park and do your thing. For them, it's money. It's to get people to go there. I don't really see any bad in it. Because, I mean, the only extra thing that's happening, I mean, you're getting a thing that, even if it gives you a City Walk feel, you're still getting a 220-foot roller coaster, which I think is great to add to that thing. And so, I mean, who knows? I mean, you could be right and it's just a total crap fest. I don't know. I mean, based on the artwork, based on what they're trying to do, I'm not against that. I'm not even against City Walk and Universal. I'm not against downtown Disney or Disney Springs, whatever the hell you call it. It is what it is. And I mean, I'll be doing both next month. Both Disney Springs and, well, I'll be at Universal and I'll be at what do you call it? Disney. And whatever else myself and Lugo do. So, yeah, there's that, you know. So, I mean, so Nelson says he has his say what he thinks about it. I mean, what is everybody up? Marcus Bean, Lindsay, Costa Kev, and whoever else is watching. What do you guys, chime in. And those that aren't in the chat, don't be afraid. You can chime in. We don't bite, I mean, you might want to just watch. And that's cool, too. But that's what this show's about. It's the conversation. Join it. Get in on it. Have fun with it. That's what we like about this, is everybody getting involved. So if there's something about it that you don't like, let us know. If there's something about it that you like, let us know. I like to hear all opinions. It ain't about me. I talk and I just go on and on and on like a broken record. That's all the news that I have for today that I wrote. I've been to Universal so much in my life, maybe like 5 or 6 times, and I hate Universal. I shouldn't say like I absolutely hate it. I don't hate it. I just don't like how most of their rides are. I just dislike it. It's one of those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, as I said a million times on the show, I am not a fan of Screen the Ride. I know a lot of people that don't know better, the general public, love that. They eat it up. Look at Gringotts Bank. Awful! I know that's like sacrilegious to talk bad about Harry Potter, but the ride sucks. The ride is awful. If they tore it down, I would do a dance. Start over and do something different. The ride sucks. The now Hogwarts Castle ride, fantastic. They did the right amount of screens, props, animatronics. The only reason why I am going to Universal is because of IAPA. IAPA is the Amusement Park Expo, for those that don't know. But every year they have this special event, and it jumps around the parks. So last year we didn't go to it. We actually flew home the night that it was going on. So it's like this big gala, this big thing. So everybody says, oh, it's an awesome event. You got to go. So I couldn't buy a ticket last year. They were sold out. So myself and Luca already bought the ticket. So basically you get an exclusive ride time on the Universal Orlando side with Rip Ride Rocket, Transformers, Fast and Furious, Jimmy Fallon. I'm sure I'm missing something. But it's in that area over there. Oh, Revenge of the Mummy. There's food, there's drinks, and there's a private concert with the Bare Naked Ladies. The park's closed when this is all going on. So I bought the ticket, and I am going. We also bought a ticket to go to, what do you call it? Magic Kingdom, to go to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas, whatever it is. And then Jessica's flying down on the Friday after that event, and we're going to hang out. Myself, Luco, and Jessica, we're going to go to SeaWorld and go do stuff. So we're doing the expo, we're doing Magic Kingdom, we're doing SeaWorld, we're doing Universal. I know we're going to go to Fun Spot. Hey, Skeleton Guy, what's up? So we'll see what happens when we go, It's going to be fun, and of course you can have tons of coverage. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be good. And speaking of coverage, between last weekend, there is, I want to say 9 or 10 days. The next like 9 to 10 days, I gotta look, is gonna be videos coming out just about every day. So we're gonna go over each event and what they were and what we did and so on and so forth. Then after we get done talking about that, I have a video to play about the upcoming event. So, and anytime if you got questions, comments, concerns, or anything, keep dropping them in the chat, and we'll be talking about it. But so let's start with on Saturday. Wait, what did we do Friday night? Friday night we went to Demented FX. If you haven't been to Demented FX in Holyoke, you need to go. That place was awesome. Awesome. I even bought a t-shirt because the place was that awesome. But anyway, so Saturday we went to the Haunted Graveyard at Lake Compounce because from 12... Universal is expensive. It is crazy. Like, put it this way. The event is at night when the park's closed for, I don't know, a few hours, 2-3 hours, whatever it is. I mean, you're getting ERT, you're getting some, like, appetizers, and you're getting some drinks, and you're getting a concert, and it was $189 for only, like, 2, 3, 4 hours. I don't know how long the event is. So that just gives you, it's expensive. Disney is expensive. The ticket price for the Magic Kingdom Christmas party from 4 to midnight, so for 8 hours, was $100. Just to give you the... the idea of what the hell's going on. It's not cheap. I mean, I missed the days. 2012 was the last time that this happened. Me, my dad, and my 2 kids, we went to Disney for a whole week. We stayed on property. We had the meal plans. We didn't have skip the park things. And it was $2,500. Hotel, park tickets, and food included. That's not bad. Now it's like $5,000-$6,000 for the same thing. So it's like doubled, almost tripled in price since the last time I've been there. Like, stayed on property. Now I just like go to this park this one time, go to that park that one time. It's not that. I mean, I can swing it, but I don't want to spend that much money on one trip. I like to do multiple trips of different things. That's what I like to do. Because if I just kept doing BAM, it takes away from all the other cool stuff I like to do, and I don't want to do that. That's just me. I mean, if I didn't buy pinball machines and didn't do crazy trips, if it like I was back then, all right, I could swing it, but I could still swing it. I just don't want to swing it. I want to do my cool stuff. Go to my Six Flags, Lake Compounces, and Hershey's, and Busch Gardens, and whatever I'm doing. Plus, it helps this channel out with awesome coverage of stuff, and it helps make this show that much cooler, realistically. Because even in the beginning of doing the Grove Show, didn't have a lot of coverage of stuff. It was just news, and then we just, shoot the breeze. But, all right, so Saturday was Lake Compounce. They called it, and it's funny because October 20th event is called Behind the Screens. But anyway, so Lake Compounce and the Haunted Graveyard got an event together, and they called it Behind the Screens. So basically from 12 to 5 was seminars. They taught you how to build stuff, do stuff, makeup, all kinds of stuff, costumes, and all that. And I filmed each seminar. So starting this Saturday until they're done, you will get one seminar. I'm not going to do like a whole all day. You'll be there all day. So basically, you're going to learn how they build their walls. You're going to learn how to build their rock walls. You're going to learn how to make costumes, how to do their process of makeup, and then what they call feature makeup. And you'll see how they do the tombstones and all this other stuff. And for those that haven't seen it yet, there is a 360-degree video of the Haunted Graveyard. It wasn't filmed perfect. It was kind of a test. I didn't have the selfie stick attached to the camera. I had it on my wrist. Then I was holding it, so it's not like perfect and steady, and it may piss people off, but it's really more of a test just to see if it's worth continue to do. I mean, don't look at it as if you're looking for a masterpiece. Just looking at it, is this something, if you guys, when you watch it, is it something that you want to watch again? I'm always going to make a 360 video and a normal 2D video, because some people want nothing to do with 360. Some people love it. Some people don't. Some people just want the 2D stuff. So, when the opportunity arises, I will do a 360 video. And then if you guys just be like, yo, dude, cut the shit, stop. Because I'm trying, I'm making all these different kinds of videos to see what people like. And you don't know unless you experiment. So that's what this all is, an experiment. But we went through the Haunted Graveyard 3 times. With permission, we were allowed to film. I talked to Ernie, the owner, and I said, hey, do you mind if I film? I said, I want to film it 3 times. And I explained what I was doing. He's like, yes, I find that a compliment. Okay, go ahead. So first I filmed it with a regular GoPro. That's coming out next week, I think. It should be. Then you have night vision, and the night vision one might be coming out tomorrow. I try to edit it up as best as I could. It's got like a purple pinkish look to it. But that's coming out. The 360 video is already out. But like I said, every Saturday is going to be basically Seminar Saturday. That's what I'm calling it. So if you want to learn how to do certain stuff, the information will be there. You get to see stuff. It's cool. So yeah, I mean, they did say they're going to do it again. And plus they had somebody else filming the whole thing too. But they did say they're going to do it again next year. They want suggestions for next year so that, they don't want it to be the same thing. They want it to be different every year. What was included? Well, the Haunted Graveyard's not bad. Haunted Graveyard, I think, is like $20-25. I mean, compared to some haunts that I've been to, there's some that are really ridiculously expensive. The event itself cost $60. And for the $60, what you got was, what do you call it? You got admission to the park, admission to the graveyard, a T-shirt. You had food at, what do you call it, the diner that's over by the Flyers and the Flume. Drinks that we hand out, bottled water. You could have soda or whatever at the, what do you call it? The thing, at the diner. And, yeah, you got skip the line for the rides. You got a Sky Coaster ride, and we rode that. They got, unlimited VIP access to the haunt. So we went through it 3 times. We filmed it, and we had fun. The pacing, it's not necessarily the pacing issue. It's when you get teenagers behind you for some reason, they love... teenagers, annoying ones especially, they love to come behind. They just fly. They don't enjoy. They don't take their time and enjoy the haunt. They just keep speed walking. So then they catch up to you really fast. And then sometimes you get the idiots that are going too slow, and then you bump into them. So certain times it sucked. There was a good period of time where the pacing was perfect. And then again, you have people just are idiots. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to walk. But the haunt overall, I love it. I love that haunt. It's one of my favorites. Honestly. It's a really good haunt. I think it's worth the money if that's what you're into. If you're into the haunts, go and do it. Now, so we'll have more information obviously next year when the Behind the Screams happens. So we'll make sure you let you know. That way you get an idea of kind of what goes on. I honestly thought it was worth every penny. Every penny. And hey, it's good. The seminar was not crowded. He said there was 24 or 25 people, 26 people, I think, for that event. The park wasn't crowded at all. There was not really any wait. I mean, the longest wait was Boulder Dash. But that wasn't even that bad. I mean, literally, I waited 4 or 5 trains and I was on. I did not wait that long. So yeah, it was worth the money for $60. I think for $60 that was worth it. I mean, if you looked at the Facebook page SFNEOnline, you can see the T-shirt, the front and back of the shirt that they gave us. I still got pictures to upload. I'm going to upload the photo albums, for Fright Fest and Lake Compounds. I'll probably do that the way it's looking now, like Monday, because tomorrow we're going to Fright Kingdom. The next place is called Sonny's Place in Connecticut, and I'll get into that in a minute why we're going there. And then Sunday we're going to Salem. We were supposed to do a whole weekend thing, and then it got screwed up, so screw it. All right, so let's talk Fright Fest. Fright Fest, Fright Fest, Fright Fest. I know there's a lot of questions. People have been asking me to film certain things, and I got film of everything that I possibly could and I remembered to get and could do. I did the scare zones. If you watch the guide to Fright Fest that's on this channel, it's up on Facebook, it's up on YouTube, it's up on Twitter. I think I did or did not put it on Instagram. If I didn't put it on Instagram, I will. I just don't like you can't actually click a link on Instagram. You have to copy and paste it, which is stupid. Stupid. So, but anyway, if there's any questions while I'm, chirping my face off, let me know, and I will go through the process of things, because I want to talk about I want to talk about the new scare zone. I wanted to talk about the new haunt, and they changed some stuff up inside the haunts. The what do you call it? Psycho Circus there. That's still the same. I didn't notice any changes there. But all the other I didn't really notice about the Forgotten Laboratory. Forget those two. But all the other ones at Fright Fest there, they had little changes. Not total changes, but I noticed changes versus last year. So not significant changes, but they were noticeable changes, which was good. Any change is good. And I even talked to Pete Carmichael twice. And I'll get into that story a little later, because it was funny. Well, the first time was funny, and then the second time was cool, which also involves Sonny's Place. Anyway, so we were there all day, all night. Myself, Luco, and Devin. Jeremy finagled his way not to come. Little butthead. But the new scare zone, Slaughter Hollow, is what used to be the Main Street graveyard. So when you walk down Main Street there, Slaughter Hollow, I love it. I just love it. It's changed. It looks cool. It has that I don't even know what you want to call it. We'll just call it like string lighting over your head walking down Main Street, like they used for Christmas when they were doing the light show. Well, they have it all lit up for Halloween, and it's nice. They did an excellent job with the scare zone, with the pumpkins and the butcher shop and all this other stuff. It's awesome. You can see some of the stuff in the video. You're going to see stuff in the pictures that are going to be uploaded. Honestly, what my favorite was for the new haunt is awesome. I love the haunt. And actually, my favorite scare zone right now is Slaughter Hollow. I love it. They had a ton of actors in it. It was great. We watched Graveyard Groove. I recorded the whole thing. That'll be up on Monday on YouTube. It's scheduled to release on Monday. Sunday is The Awakening is going to be up on YouTube. So The Awakening, for those that are used to it being in front of Looney Tunes Emporium, it is no longer there. It's where they do the Christmas tree lighting. It's right in front of Goliath. So if you're looking for The Awakening, there's signs to it, but that's where it is. If you went to Holiday in the Park where they had the tree lighting every night, that is where The Awakening is, and you'll see that video coming up on Sunday. We did the trick-or-treat trail, and that's over by Looney Tunes. You pay $1, the money goes to charity, and you get some candy, get some little snacks. I watched Creep Show, Freak Show twice. That show is awesome. If you're into freak shows, sword swallowing, fire breathing, mouse traps on the tongue, and stuff like that, awesome show. It's definitely not to be missed. That's going up sometime next week. I forgot what day. What else is there? Now, I'm not going to tell you what changes or I'm not gonna like go crazy about. I don't want to spoil nothing. Is it gonna make the haunt much better than what you think it is? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Like Midnight Mansion, there was a scene that changed. It wasn't like a crucial scene, but it changed, and it was noticeable. So it was just nice that when you saw it, I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. Zombies Revenge, the ending changed. And I saw Pete inside the ending, and he was like hiding, just watching. And I didn't even notice him. So he hid pretty well. He even had an orange or yellow vest on or something like that. So I hear coming from behind me, hey, what? No scream? And I turn around, I see Pete, and I go, ah! And then I saw him later, and I'll get into that. Which is fun. It was funny. It was definitely, you had to be there because myself and Devin and Lugo, we were laughing our ass off. We thought it was funny, because I just turned. I didn't want to disappoint the guy. Now, Forgotten Laboratory is the same thing. Forgotten Laboratory is probably my least favorite haunt in Six Flags New England. And I actually gave Pete an idea. I said, why don't you guys do a Christmas-themed haunt? So I told him, I said, a lot of haunts out there, not a lot, but there's quite a few out there that I've noticed that are opening their haunts and, redecorating for Christmas. Like Fright Kingdom does it. There's one in Long Island that does it. The one in Old Town in Kissimmee next to Fun Spot, they do it. Matter of fact, Fright Kingdom does Valentine's weekend thing. So I told him, I said, look, you could put like a scene or make the house themed to Krampus. I gave him all these, and he loved the idea. He loved the idea. And now I'm eating the candy. I know I don't eat, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't care. It's going to be different today. So, every year, when I go through Fright Fest, I type up a review and I send it to Six Flags. And I say, hey, here's the bad, here's the good. And I give, like I always say, I give my suggestions all the time. This was a huge, review of things. Now, I'm just going to give, a little review. I'm not going to give, a huge one because I don't want people to be like, because of what he said, I don't want, don't go. And it's not all bad. It's not all good. But there was a couple things I noticed, and I think it might have been the times that I went through the scare zones. It was pretty close to closing. And near the end, they do that party, dance party, like they do, at the end of the nights in the summer. So they could have been taken. Because when we were walking towards, Carnival, I saw the clowns going towards, where they do the party over by the gazebo and all that. So, yeah, I saw something about the Connecticut Trolley Museum. I think we're eventually going to hit that at some point. So, by the time I was hitting the scare zone for Carnival and Demon District, there were no scare actors, and I mentioned that, and I said I don't know if it's because of the party or nothing. I said, but there was no actors, and it made the scare zone kind of crappy. And I said last year there was, actors in it, and it made it cool. As it stood, as all the scare zones were, Demon District is definitely my least favorite, and they need to retheme that. And I gave him a couple ideas. And I told him, I said, that's my least favorite. I said, I know other people have different opinions about it. And I said, I don't want anybody that's reading this to be offended. I said, I'm not trying to take away from all the hard work that everybody does. Whether we love the haunts or we don't love the haunts, we're all critical and go, oh, that sucks and this is stupid. And, we all have these expectations of haunts. Depending upon how much you like going to haunts, do you get scared? Are you the type that can get scared? Are you the type that cannot? I used to put Six Flags New England on blast every year because I was like, your haunts suck. They don't scare me. But as I traveled more, no haunt could scare me. Now, it could be that I'm just so desensitized that Nothing bothers me. I don't. People have tried scaring the crap out. My brother has been the only one that's been able to scare me, and that was years ago. We were inside JCPenney overnight doing work, and I was in the zone, just going. We were getting ready, packing up. I'm going up the escalator. My brother ninja'd his way, and I didn't hear nothing. It scared the crap. I almost flew off the escalator going up the stairs. That's it. You got to be like a ninja to get me. But I'm always like, my antenna's always up, like searching my radar. It's always going. It's always going, wondering if somebody's going to try and pull something. But regardless, so I told him that, I changed my way that I'm critical and review things, and it's probably better. Some of the stuff that I said has been implemented over the years. Not everything, a couple things here and there, and I just try to make sure that I don't want them to feel that I'm just trashing when I'm upset about something. I'm always going to come with I've been looking for this thing. Just noticed it. I always try to come up with an idea. Be like, look, I know these people work hard. I don't want them to feel. Yeah, see, the problem is Demon District used to be where, right where Harley Quinn and the Joker is, in that area over there. So, and then they put Connieville in, and that makes sense. Connieville makes sense because it's where the Joker and Harley Quinn. That makes sense. Demon District is now put in DC, and it's over by Superman and Kryptonite Collider. So why Demon District just doesn't fit? So it just doesn't fit. The Demon District, I think, maybe the DC area is where scare zones go to die. Because they got to be cooking up something. You know what I mean? Like, they put it there to see if it works. It just doesn't work. Because it's around Superman. Like, when you're looking around the areas that you put your scare zones, it just doesn't fit. That's kind of like what the aliens were over in the Rockville. It just didn't fit. I always said you need to get rid of the alien, Area 51 theme, and do like an old Carrie's theme, the old 50s Rock'em Sock'em, rock, sop, hawk, whatever, kind of 50s music thing, high school, murder scene. I always told them about that. So I said, we got to come up with some better ideas for. There was nothing in DC before Demon District. It didn't have a scare zone. Before they added the Joker and they added Harley Quinn, I'm like, oh, maybe put a clown, thing down there. You got, the Batman ride over here. Maybe you can do, some kind of clown theme thing, and that could work. Instead, they put it over by, by all means, where they put Connieville works. I'm okay with that, where that is. Undead Alley, perfect spot. It's awesome. Right where it is. It fits Zombie Coaster by the Scrambler. Fits perfect. Slaughter Hollow, perfect. I don't know, with the aliens in Rockville, it was cool. When they had the tent with the vortex and they had a little walkthrough thing. Snowstorm came, killed that. And then it was just not great because they just had weird little Men in Black props and it just didn't fit. If they went maybe old school alien thing back, you know what I mean, that would fit the era, it would work better. But the Men in Black suits, and then the way that they would, it just, to me, towards the end of it, before they stopped, it just didn't work. For me, anyway, it didn't work. So, who knows? The first clown haunt was in the... See, I don't remember that. I don't know what years that was around. I don't remember. I don't. But, so, the Forgotten Laboratory, Psycho Clown 3D thing, those stay the same. Midnight Mansion had a scene change. What do you call it? The ending to Zombies Revenge change, which was cool. The new haunt for Wicked Woods has changed, and I have to say that it is awesome. I fell in love with it. I mean, my experience was kind of ruined because of the dumbasses that were in front of us. They're part of our group. They were being, like there was a mom and 2 sisters, like young, the daughters. And they were acting like, punk living in the ghetto. And it was just, I was just like, I just wanted to stop and just let them go for like 20 minutes, and then, sit there for 20 minutes and then go. It was just, I didn't want to listen. I just wanted to enjoy it. Because all I kept doing was talking trash to the actors. Like, people play around. And we have fun and we goof, right? We all goof with the actors. We play it up, ham it up, and play along. I know I do. But I do it in a tasteful way that the actors can feed off that and keep going, and it doesn't ruin the experience for anybody I'm with. Or it doesn't ruin the experience for the actor or anybody else that I don't know that's in the group. So, they were just rude and obnoxious people. An example is when we went and did Midnight Mansion. It was me, Luco, and Devin. And then there was this guy and a girl. I don't know if they were married, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. So, they had, I don't know how many of you have done Haunted Mansion. When you walk into, when they let you in, that's where the exit when you get off the ride of Houdini. So in there, they have the groups. They make you wait in there. And there was like a supervisor or a manager there too. I don't know, just like watching. Maybe they're training. I don't know. I don't know what the circumstance was. And this guy that was in front of us, they make you stand against the wall. So the guy in front of us goes, "Oh, this Fright Fest sucks. The Great Adventures is way better." I felt bad for the poor supervisor. It looked like she was gonna cry, and she was being defensive, not in a rude way at all. It was like, we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. And Luke was like, "I hope it's not mine." And then the girl's like, "You never know." And I said, "Well, if it means anything, I like it. I come here all the time." And then she started talking to me, and she was happy that somebody kind of said something nice instead of adding to the, "I want to be a Debbie Downer." I get it. Everybody has an opinion. You're right. You have your right to your own opinion. If you think it sucks, by all means, it sucks. If you don't like it, don't go. If you don't like it and you want things to change, use your wallet. Don't go. That's the only way that things change. But you don't have to put it on blast in public. You want to talk, send an email, make a phone call, something. Somebody will respond. If you make a big enough stink, somebody will respond. Still, the poor girl, she probably had something to do with building stuff or, organize, whatever. She was involved in it. And, you never want to hear something that you had part in. It sucks. And, I mean, it's part of life. It's part of business. You're going to hear it. You're never going to please everybody. It's just not going to happen. So, but then, after I said what I said, then like a monster came, the doors open, monster comes in, and he goes, "So which one do we have to eat?" So then, me, Deb, and Luco pointed at the guy. We sold him out and was like, "Yeah, this guy over here, eat him. Not me, him." We let them get ahead because we didn't want to be bothered by them because they would. It was like the weekend of people that wanted to ruin your haunt experience. Except for Demented FX. The way that they pace, after we get done with this, I'll talk about Demented FX. Because the way that they pace people, making people go through was magnificent. I've never seen it in a haunt. The design, the way it's done, was perfect. A lot of haunts can learn from that. But anyway, so with the new haunt, everybody knows it's Twisted Tales in the Wicked Woods. So how you always went in is now the exit, and the way that you exited is now the entrance. So they reversed it. It is definitely, the trail is definitely a little different. I'm not going to break down a lot of stuff because I don't want to ruin it for those that have not gone yet. I did not film any of the haunts. I did not have permission to do so, so I did not. As you can tell, I only film stuff when I have permission. I just don't go, hey, I'm going to be an ass and just film. You know, if I get permission, I film. End of story. I'm not breaking the rules. I'm not getting kicked out, and I'm not ruining the relationship I have with any park I work with. So, let me just tell you, it was refreshing to see the new haunt. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It made me happy because, like, they redid. I mean, they reused some of the props, but they repainted them, redecorated them, and they actually put work into it. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell that they actually put an effort and tried, and there was some cool stuff that was going on in that haunt that made me happy. Like, I can't wait for whoever's going October 20th to do the behind the scenes on this thing. This thing's going to be badass. It's going to be cool. I can't wait to see the behind the scenes of this haunt. It's just going to be that kind of cool. So, yeah. Again, Fright Fest, I go all the time. One, is to cover it for everybody. Two, I like haunted house stuff. So, of course, I'm going to go. Now, make sure, we had an issue, but it wasn't a huge issue. When you go to get, if you have a Diamond Elite, and if your Elite is rubbed off, make sure that you tell them you have Diamond Elite. You know, the red rubbed off on mine, so they thought I only had just regular Diamond. So they were trying to give me, because if you have regular Diamond, you get to go in one haunt for free, I guess. Something like that. Per pass. So it was like a little ordeal. They got it fixed. No big deal. You are what, Nelson? Are you going October 20th? Is that what you or I am in about? Are you going October 20th? Plus, that event is free for ACE members. If you are an ACE member, you can go. What do you call it? So, overall, I love it. You know, I love Graveyard Groove. Awesome show. Creep Show, Freak Show, awesome show. It was nice that they redid a haunt. I did talk to Pete on the way out. We were talking, about like scaring and, not scaring me and all that. And about the different haunts, different ideas and such. One thing he said is every 3 years now they're going to change a haunt. So I guess there's going to be now a 3-year cycle with haunts. Not like all at one time, but, every 3 years they're going to change one. Every 3 years they're going to change one. So it's not going to be everything you want all at one time. I don't know if they're going to add any. I haven't talked to them about that. And so keep that in mind. So they just did Wicked Woods, so 3 more years you'll get another haunt redone. The 3 more years, there's just going to be the cycle. It is what it is. We had a great conversation. And the part of Sonny's place that comes involved with all of this is he was talking to a guy. I didn't know who he was at first, and he messaged me 2 days ago, and I got to get back to him after the show. He's the general manager of Sonny's place. It's like an FEC. It's got a haunted hayride. It's got mini golf with carved pumpkins. There's all kinds of stuff. So we're going to go down there. He invited us to come down. So we're going to go down there, check it out, talk to him, check the place out, enjoy ourselves, Because the guy, we talked for like a second, and so, I'll talk to him, and then I'll get to meet him. Maybe I'll, see if he wants to do like an interview about the place, maybe tour around the place to see what things are like, and check it out. It's not a huge place. I don't know really much about it. I've never been. I never even heard of it until I met that guy talking to Pete. So kudos to Pete. If you watch this, thanks for hooking it up, talking. Because, Pete told him who I was and what I was from. And he's actually on the forums on, on SFNEOnline's website. So, yeah, it was cool. It's cool just like to connect with people because you just don't know. And you guys know me. I am always willing and able to promote anything that has to do with the amusement industry. I'm going to promote it. I'm just always trying to find something cool to do. keep me from being bored, and it keeps making me new content. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it. It's in Summer, Connecticut. It's like a little bit down past, it's near Six Flags somewhere. I don't know. I've never been, never heard of it, so I don't know. So with that being said, we're not done with the show yet, so don't take it as we're done with the show yet, because we're not. You got all these videos for the Lake Compounds and Six Flags New England coming out. So remember, every Saturday until they're done, there's like 4, 5, 6, I forgot how many seminar videos. There's one for building their walls, one for rock walls, one for tombstones, one for makeup, one for feature makeup, one for costume building, and there's one about animatronics. So there's going to be 7. So the next 7 Saturdays, including this Saturday, it'll be after Halloween, but you'll still see some of the stuff. This is going to be Seminar Saturday. This is what it's going to be. Fright Fest stuff's going to be coming out. Obviously, the Grove Show next week. Obviously, we know when it's the week before Thanksgiving that there will not be a Grove Show because I will be at Universal that night. So there will not be a show that night. But maybe what I can do is go live from Universal that night, and we can chit-chat for like 10, 15 minutes or something. Maybe we could do that. I don't know. We'll see. Don't hold me to nothing. We're not that far yet. Because right before we go, like the week before we go to IAPA, is going to be the IAPA show. And so start writing your notes now. If you want to go to IAPA's website, you can look at the floor plan. Let's try this again in English. The floor plan. You can see that and see what vendors you might want us to do coverage of, to try to get coverage of, and so on and so forth. So with that being said, there's a couple things I want to talk about. And we're going to show that video in a minute. It's only a minute-long video. So let's get into the event, and then we'll then we get some SFNEOnline YouTube stuff news. This is a 3-day weekend. Yes, it is. It is. This is Columbus Day weekend coming up. So basically, we all know what's going on for Six Flags New England Ace event, Ace Behind the Screams. So what had happened was I had mentioned, it's quite a long time, because what's going to happen is, the IAPA thing might happen more sooner than later. It all depends on the content and what's going on, because we all know the announcement things are just about done with stuff. So announcement news like Chocolate World or whatever, anybody, Kentucky Kingdom, that stuff's going to be few and far between now. So a lot of the content that's going to be coming out is going to be when we go to a park, we go to a haunt, whatever comes up for news, we'll be talking about and going over and whatever and chit-chatting. So we may have 2 IAPA shows. I don't know. I don't know how many seen it from last week, but I actually had a business card made. I don't know if you can see it, if it's blurry or not, but then it's got the logo on the back. So, yeah. Those are going with me to IAPA. But let me pull up the video real quick. Let's see if it plays. And this... Who will be going to 4 Six Flags Parks Fright Fest in 4 days, including Friday night? I would guess that would be you. Dang it, now I don't have cello lessons at school. I have them on Mondays. Alright, so this is basically... What had happened was... I wanted to kind of help the New England region with ACE events. And I said, look, we need to stop making... I talked to Russ. I said, we need to stop making videos. I said, I'll make the videos. I'll go to the parks and film stuff if you need it. I said, I will do this if you want. And I said, we'll edit it to put it together. So... Russ is, I believe, on his way back from Japan, so he hasn't seen the video yet. He hasn't approved it. This could not even be the final video. He may hate it. You guys are going to be the first to see this video. And you guys can let me know what you think about this is the first take on, like, the event teaser video. So let's pop this in, and you guys let me know what you think.
England and American coaster enthusiasts proudly present Ace Behind the Scale on Saturday, October 20th from 12 p.m. until park close. You'll receive free parking, free admission, free snack, and 2 hours of ride exit entry. Go behind the screens and experience a makeup artist completing a zombie transformation. Midnight Mansion and Twisted Tales behind the scenes tours, and a Q&A session with the Graveyard Groove cast. You must RSVP by Monday, October 15th. Late RSVPs will not be accepted, and you must be an active Ace member to attend. See you on the Midway.
Harley Quinn has moved. Oh, yeah, you're looking behind here. Yeah. Yeah, I addressed it. I moved it because I had sold a pinball, one that I've been wanting to get rid of, so I got rid of that. So I don't know what you guys think about the video. That's what Russ is waiting on to see. I wanted to kind of test it out with you guys to see if you liked it or not. You know, if you thought it was cool or not. If you think it was stupid, you can be honest. You don't have to kiss my ass. If you think it's stupid, you can be like, that sucked, dude. Go back to the drawing board. Or if you like it, you can say you liked it. You know, it's okay. Trust me, I'm not going to be offended. You're just going to the non-Six Flags park in New York. Which park are you going to in New York? I don't even know. You going to what? Coney Island? Rise Playland? I don't know what the hell's open down there. I have no idea what park in New England you are going. I mean, in New York that you're going to. He plays her every night. That was the strongest thing ever. Yeah, I play with her every night. What's up, Lugo? What up, dude? So yeah, that was the teaser thing for that. So I like the blood. Yeah, it's cringiest. I like the blood drips and stuff like that for it. I was trying to go for the Halloween aspect of it. And then that footage of the haunts was from that we filmed last year. And the haunts during Media Day when they allow us to film. But all the other stuff, if it was... I mean, it might be too much for people. I don't know. You know, to me that's nothing, but there could be some people that are offended by it. He might want me to change it. Oh, Great Escape. So, again, that's why and technically I can't, even if Russ was like, yeah, that's cool, keep it. I can't post it on, what do you call it? I can't post it on his channel because it has the logo on it. Which, you know, people play favorites. Remember what was the last episode I was talking about? There was some other fan sites and stuff that use the logo on a regular basis, and nothing happens to them. And I've done it, and I get murdered for it. So I get it. People just don't, you know, people don't like me, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, I mean, the approach to what I was trying to do with that little teaser trailer thing was, I wanted to showcase Fright Fest. I wanted to show some of the rides. I wanted it to be, you know, creepy. I wanted it's a Halloween event. You know, if it was Christmas, I'd have Christmas stuff all over it. So yeah. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You know? So yeah, that's that. I mean, yeah, it's kind of, I'm glad that people think it's intense. I didn't, you know, when you have other people watch that video, you don't know what people are going to think. You don't know if people are going to hate that video, like that video. I got what do you call it? I sent the group email has myself, Jen McGrath, Russ, and David Dragon in the video. David Dragon is an assistant rep for the New England area, and he's also part of the historian crew for what do you call it? You know, for the national stuff for the archives and history of Ace stuff. So because Russ is in Japan, he says, "Hey, well, I'm gone. Do this." So that's what I did. I did that, and that's what I gave him. So I haven't heard. Because Jen, I believe, is on vacation. So I won't hear anything back until this week from anybody. Coming up like Monday, Tuesday, probably maybe the weekend. I don't know. Depends when Jen's back, and it depends when Russ is back from Japan. I know a lot of people are flying back home now from Japan from that trip at Ace event. So I don't know. We'll find out what they say. They may absolutely hate it. Now, there's one thing that I am going to tell everybody before I get into this other stuff. I had been working behind the scenes with the park. How many of you watched the Holiday in the Park music video? The crappy one that I made. I don't know how many of you watched that. So I tried getting something together to work with the park, and there was a misunderstanding. So I made this song called Midnight Mansion, obviously based off The Haunt. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to bring an actual film crew in, film this video for this song, and Jen and some people at the park thought I wanted to film while the haunt was open. So they denied the request. Now, when I talked to Pete, he brought that up and he asked me about the song because he saw an email pop through. He saw there was something. He listened to it and he was like, "This is awesome." Like, he absolutely positively loved the song. Like, he was pushing everybody at the park to get it done. But because of the procedures in place, they thought I wanted to do it when the park was open. Have a good night, Nelson. Which is not what I wanted. Because you can use Midnight Mansion during the day when nobody is in it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to bother them. I didn't want to mess with their business, their money, nothing, So, because now, I've been trying to do this since like the beginning of September, trying to get this done before Fright Fest had opened, so you can get all the logistics done. So now Fright Fest is going on. Now you have to coordinate. There's just not enough time left in Fright Fest to coordinate with the camera people and get it filmed and edited in the proper amount of time to do this. So with that being said, Pete wants to do this for next year. So I'm going to release the song with some other songs around Halloween. I have to record the other ones. It's going to be like a mini EP, and it's going to be based off of haunts in New England. It's all going to tell a story, and then most likely I'm not going to be able to get to film any other videos for it this year. I know it's kind of stupid, but next year I'll revisit that and coordinate it with all the, all the haunts to film inside the haunts and whatever. I'll coordinate with them. So it's kind of like double dipping. You'll get, You'll get the music with no videos this year, and then next year you're going to get the videos. I know it's kind of stupid, but when you do things dumb like I do, and you do them last minute like I do, that's what happens. What I should have did was just record it, sit on it for a year, and then come out with everything at one time. But you guys know me. I don't do that kind of thing. I'm dumb. I don't have a proper strategy. If something like this, yeah, it's going to go up on SoundCloud, and people can... I think I had a SoundCloud back in my Dr. Giggles day. I got to look. And I don't think I put a lot on it. There might have been one or two songs on it. I never really used SoundCloud. I used to use mp3.com, and then I my website for Dr. Giggles, which is still there, had music on it. But the way that when I changed, website companies there, I kind of lost the original site and had to make a crappy one real quick. So I gotta have somebody update my site and make it look pretty and all that and whatever. But you can have SoundCloud put on it, so it's right on the page. So that's what I'll do. And SoundCloud it can be. I'm not really too much worried about making money. I mean, I wish I could. I don't know if you can sell it on there. And I just want to get it out there. Like, I just want people to listen to it. And I've decided that the songs are going to obviously be Halloween theme related, but they're not going to swear in them. And my thinking is what do you call it? I want to keep it. It's not, I mean, Halloween song, you know, horror theme songs, even with no swears, and they can be gory. They tell a story about horror stuff. So it's just not going to have the swear words in it. And it's not going to be too bad, you know, to the... I mean, Charles has heard it. I don't think Luco's listened to it yet. I think he just wants to listen to it in the car, like not on his phone. Obviously, Jess and Jessica have listened to it. I've listened to it in the car. I was bumping my own stuff in the car today. It's just an awesome... Hang on. You guys are getting the goodies on the thing. I got to see if I can put it in here. I don't know. I've never tried to put just the music in the. But I own this, so let me see. Is it here? All right. This is a test of the original broadcasting system. So you guys will we'll put this on, and then I'll talk with it, too. Is it playing? Oh.
Welcome, boys and ghouls. Dr. Giggles here from SFNEOnline. Welcome to Midnight Mansion.
Welcome one, welcome all. The voices in my head, my soul is so in tune. I'm speaking with the dead. A disc, get a task. Your uncle's in my casket before I turn the corner.
I don't know if you can hear me and that. You're looking at nothing. I just did this on a whim. So you're looking at a black screen.
I can't feel my face. Maybe in purgatory, or maybe I died in hell. I need to take a rest, cause I'm not feeling so well. I'm heading outside.
I did this on a whim. I wasn't prepared.
Sitting on the ground, cause I couldn't find a chair. Something is lurking, it sounds in the distance. The fool is asking me if I needed some assistance.
I have to start all over. See, people are just going to see a black screen.
My sight has vanished. Now I start to struggle, creating a lot of fuss. They say welcome home giggles, cause you belong here with us. I'm trapped in the midnight mansion with ghouls, Morty and Mayor Slayer. I'm trapped in the midnight mansion.
I know this is really bad for the show. Yeah, I want you to hear both. Yeah. Yeah, what's up, man? It's the Doctor. You're just looking at a black screen, and I don't like that. And anybody that watches after go, what are you doing? You're an idiot. I wasn't prepared. I really wasn't. Because I wasn't initially going to play it.
All over this school's bed, trying to escape, we're just having a bad day. Blinded but strobe at night, we gotta find a way. Dead body swinging from side to side. I think I see your leg that has been freshly dried. My mama will miss me when she hears that I died. I hope she's not mad when she finds out I lied. We hear them all coming, my time has now come. Let's all sing along, cause you know where I'm from. I'm trapped in the midnight mansion with ghouls, Morty and Mayor Slayer. I'm trapped in the midnight mansion with ghouls, Morty and Mayor Slayer. I'm trapped in the midnight mansion.
I know it's the best picture tonight. Nobody really wants to look at my ugly butt.
I'm trapped in the midnight mansion with ghouls, Morty and Mayor Slayer. The Butch. butcher is coming, he's looking for fresh meat. Pointing right at me to sit down and take
There's a minute and 27 seconds left of the song. And then we'll go back to looking at my ugly face again.
Things are looking really grim. The old lady screaming for me to join her. I wanna run and hide while everything's a blur.
I mean, the whole thing about the video is and when we do it, we're gonna have Morty and May and Slayer in it too. I already told you about that. Just, he wants to try. It's not a guarantee 100%. They said, let's work on this for next year. I've already emailed the park about that. Say, hey, off season, let's plan this. Let's get it all hashed out. So
Morty, the mayor, reach out to get me. Dragged to my cell as I'm part of the killing spree. I'm trapped in the midnight mansion with rules. Morty and Mayor Slayer. I'm trapped in the midnight.
all right, enough of that. You get the idea. You'll be able to. Matter of fact, I'm actually re-recording that song. I had a problem. I was using Cool Edit 2.0, and I can't get a hack version of it. You can't even buy it anymore because it's so old. And I was using a demo version, and for some reason, I used it 2 days out of the 21 days you're allowed to use it, and then went like, the hell with you, you can't use it anymore. And so now I got to go get a program that actually works. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I actually want to buy, I got to talk to Lugo later because I want to buy I don't know what I have for a sound card, and I want to buy one that's better. So I'm going to go more expensive in the sound card. So as I talk to the park about this stuff, about making the video for this, I'm actually going to have somebody that's, the people that are doing this, they've actually done like videos for like famous people. I mean, they're not like at the top of their fame now, but Bizarre from D12, King Gordy, and there's a bunch of other people that have used it. A lot of my friends have used this guy. And for those that don't know who Bizarre and D12 is, D12 is Eminem's group. And if you don't know who Bizarre is, he was the fatter one that always wore the what do you call it, the hair cap, for the shower cap, and was just always like rapping like crazy. But yeah, he's done videos for him. He's done videos for my buddy Fury out in Connecticut. He's done videos for a lot of people. I showed Luco the quality work that the guy does, and it looks really good. Like I'm not using a cell phone. I'm not using, I'm not editing it. I'm not touching it. The guy comes, they film it inside the park, and they said they'll probably need about a half a day, so you can just go whenever, it's obviously got to get done before Fright Fest, so starts. So we'll go in there, we'll film it, blah, 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 blah. Because we have to watch out, too, because we can't be, like, touching the props. We don't want to damage Midnight Mansion, so those that end up being involved, no touchy-touchy. We got to play ball. But anyway, a few more things, and then we can get the hell out of here. 10 o'clock almost. All right, so we are officially 28 subscribers away from 600, so that's a good thing. I put a poll out on Twitter. I don't know, and I did it on the Martin's Family Facebook page. I want to start a new podcast. Don't worry, Grove Show's still staying, but it's going to be Halloween related for all year round. Haunted houses, movies, music, whatever, ghost story, whatever. Just talking about haunted house stuff, Halloween. It's Halloween all year round. I don't know. And it was weird how this came to be because I told Luco about it, and it was the craziest thing. I woke up, I don't know, last week, and like, you wake up, you're kind of like, whatever your thing is you do when you wake up. You get up, you get a drink, or you go to the bathroom, whatever you do. The instant I woke up, I didn't do like this like casual, like, I was like, fing, and the idea flushed right into my head. So I'm working on that. I'm getting a logo made, and Fairtown, we're going to be doing stuff with. So I already have a name for it. But the question I have to everybody else, there's 3 options for this podcast. And I want honest opinions. Like, the people that are watching this, and then if you're watching this after, if you made it this far into the show and watched later, leave a comment down below, because I really want to know. I really want opinions. This is not a joke. This isn't even a test of your broadcast system. This is like legit. Do people want to see it on this channel, on SFNEOnline's YouTube? Should it be over at the Martins Family YouTube, or should it be its own YouTube channel? Because somebody brought that up to me when I was talking to somebody, like, why don't you just make your own YouTube channel? I'm like, but then I'd have 3. Well, actually 4. Lindsay says, I think it would be cooler if it was 5 teens and you're just rapping in a black room with smoke effects. I mean, we could do that too. I mean, we could film things. I mean, the great thing is that there is no set script yet. There's no script to it. Because basically, I want to showcase... That's actually a good idea. I might steal that idea. That's a good idea. So bad of me to think. You know what? That's a great idea. I don't have to be inside Midnight Mansion. I can be in a room with smoke, and I like your thinking, dude. I like your thinking. And then the teens or whatever could be going through the haunt, or whoever's going through the haunt, and things are happening to them. Actually, with Fairtown, I gotta text the guy. Actually, I need to get in there because, like I was saying, this little mini EP that I'm doing involves Fairtown Haunted Graveyard, Midnight Mansion. There's gonna be 6 songs in total, so 3 more haunts are going to get the songs after, the next week or so. And the guy at Fairtown's cool as hell. Cool as hell. I should have his number in my phone. Let me see. Come on. Stupid thing. Where's my contacts? Is he in my phone? I don't know. I have to look in the email. Yeah, because I always want to be where the action is, but that's still cool that you film that. Yeah, we can get some teenagers, because if you listen to the song, some people disappear if you pay attention to the lyrics. And I mean, you can just about walk inside where the ride is itself. When you walk in, press play and walk through the haunt. For the most part, you can pretty much walk through. That's pretty much room to room to room. Something's happening. And I told Pete that. I said I wanted this song to be, you could literally walk in, press play, and walk through the haunt with it. I would love to do that. Like, I should do that. Put headphones in during the behind-the-scenes tour and walk through. And see if it does that. I should try that. All right, so the podcast thing is, anybody, I could put it here. I could put it on the Martins Family. Because originally, the initial thing was the podcast would go there to add content to that thing. I'm not, I can have another night of doing it. Because that podcast is not going to be just me. That's going to be like me and Jessica, or me, Jessica and Luco, or me and the kids, whoever goes to us with the haunts. That one is not going to be by myself like this. I mean, once in a while, Luco, you'll see me, Luco, and Dave, or me and Luco, or the kids are in it, or whatever, But the other one is going to be strictly Halloween all the time. It was just something like, all the stuff with Halloween just started like popping in my... I mean, I know it's Halloween time and stuff like that, but there are other channels that do some, they talk about mainly ghost stories and ghost stuff, like all year round. Well, there's some people that do like movie stuff all year round, but they don't really like go into the whole aspect that I haven't found, and I've been digging, but I haven't found it yet, and I'm sure it exists. But that's what I want to do. It's just something to do, especially like the winter months when it's slow. But we could do movie reviews. You have no idea how many horror rappers that I know, like from bottom of the barrel to top of the line, that I can, that I can interview and put on there. Horror conventions, they love doing interviews and stuff like that. So the possibilities are endless with this, where it fits. Because a lot of the people that I know, when I go do an interview, they're not going to be kid friendly, and I'm not going to make them not be kid friendly because of SFNEOnline. So that's why I brought that up. What was the last thing? Now, I'm going to run, we were talking about this Haunapalooza thing. So far, we've done Scary Acres. We've done Demented FX. Jessica, Danielle, and Jimmy did Haunted Labyrinth and said it was pretty good. We've done Haunted Graveyard. We've done Fright Fest. We're going to be doing Fright Kingdom. 13th World is on the list. Fairtown's on the list. We're going to do it twice. We're going to do it normally, and then we're going to do it with the touchy-feely thing. Yeah, I agree with that. So, again, if you have any other suggestions for haunts, I know I want to do Trail of Terror in Connecticut. So if you have other suggestions, by all means, leave a comment. Let us know. Hit me up if you have any idea, cool places to check out around to do. I may go to Edaville one day and do their little spooky thing. And I'm waiting to find out. What's today's date? The 4th. So in 3 days we find out. Well, 3 or 4 days we'll find out who's going in the coffins at New England. And I know this is a bit early, but hey, the parks are doing it. I seen it at Six Flags New England, Halloween and Christmas. What parks besides Six Flags New England do you want us to cover for Christmas? Do you want Edaville, Santa's Village, Lake Compounce? Is there other Christmassy things you want us to cover? I'm trying to get answers now so I can hit up these places. So I can, you know what I mean, be able to get filming and cool stuff. So if there's ideas that you have that you want to see us cover, let me know so I can write that down and start making the proper contacts now instead of going, oh, tomorrow I'm going to go, so I got to try and kind of plan better because, I would have really loved to film the Midnight Mansion video this year, just coordinating and doing all that baloney. So, yeah, didn't work out well. So don't forget, if you are going to go to the October 20th event at Six Flags New England, 2 things. One, you have to be an ACE member. You cannot bring any guests. If they're not an ACE member, they cannot go because the event is free. I'm assuming with the season pass. I assume that. In any case, 2, you have to RSVP to, it says both Russ and David Dragon by October 15th. So that's in 11 days. And also, I'm going to keep putting the pressure on it because Jen had told me, and it could change, but as it stands, there is no filming and stuff on the 2 haunts, Midnight Mansion and Twisted Tales. I'd rather everybody just be okay, put the phone, kind of like what they did with Norista. Put the stuff away and, so keep that in mind. But we will be back next Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel. Have no clue what we're going to be talking about. Maybe Sunny's Place, maybe Fright Kingdom, whatever else pops up in the news, and whatever else happens. So we will be back. Yeah, Santa's Village, we can get a group together because I would love to go back to Santa's Village. I know it's cold as hell up in Virginia, in New Hampshire for during the Christmas time at Santa's Village. I know it's cold. I've done it. It's horrible. But it was still fun. It was horrible, but still fun. It was definitely bad. But, yeah. So, anyway, we'll be back next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. I will see you guys next week. If you bump into me somewhere this weekend, say what up. Till next week, though, have a great weekend. Keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.